This episode of ASMR Money Mentor, this 30-minute video will have no ads in the middle for those of you that like to fall asleep to ASMR. I'll do my best to relax you so that you can sleep. I'm sitting on my patio today, as you can see. Many of you know I've lived in my condo for 21 years. And I occasionally take some time and I sit on my patio and I look up at this palm tree. This palm tree, in a strange way, has meant so much to me through the years, especially when I was feeling broken and had very little belief in myself to do great things with money. I would sit here and look up at this tree as the wind blew through the palms, and it was such a calming place for me to meditate, and get my thoughts together. So be sure to stay for the entire video. It's okay if you fall asleep. I won't care. Not this time. And near the end of the video, I want you to be looking for a blackbird. A blackbird. A blackbird. A blackbird that flies by. It's really quick, so you'll have to perhaps pay attention, and if not, you can watch it again. If you do fall asleep, that's okay. If you look at the screen for just a moment, the day was very clear, not a cloud in the sky. But towards the end of the video, you'll see that the clouds roll in. To the right of your screen is the water that I live nearby. That's a westerly view. And to the left is where the sun is, as it's coming up. So I really shot this in the morning, not in the afternoon, although I'm recording the audio in the afternoon. Not that that matters. You just want to sleep. Yeah, this palm tree has served me well. I'm gonna pop in a video here in just a minute of 21 years ago where I was sitting right here on this patio. I'll show you that. And it was during one of the hurricanes that came through in September of 2004. I'll look it up and pop it up on the screen. I can't remember which hurricane it was. It was either Ivan, Francis, Jean, or Charlie. Yeah, those were the 4 hurricanes that came through my area in Florida in 2004. Like right now I'm thinking how lucky I am at this age of 59 to be able to not think about anything at all on this Sunday. I'm not thinking about going to work. I'm thinking about producing my videos. I've got a nice little routine down now where I'll produce the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes super early in the morning, sometimes even on a Monday while it's super quiet. Then I'll edit it, download it to an MP4 file, and then I'm back to my normal weekly routine of going to the gym. I either walk or ride my bike. And you know, I have to say, I've seen so many people at the gym that I knew when I used to go there 10 years ago. And they're still there, and they look great. They've really motivated me to continue on my journey of physical fitness and becoming my personal best, hopefully by July or the end of the year. But the routine is that I produce those videos, and then, as you know, I go buy Starbucks or Panera Bread and I upload them to YouTube. I'm saving $1,000 a year by not having internet in my condo. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I love being a minimalist and a financial minimalist as well. I think by the time I drop this video, I will have talked about the different vehicles that you can put your money into. Keep it simple. Savor is what I always tell myself. And I want you to keep it simple as well. Don't let a financial advisor tell you that you can only do well if you give money to them to invest for you. You can do it on your own in low-cost index funds. I guess back to my thoughts about my patio. As you know, I have not moved yet. Hurricane season starts June 1st. We'll see how things go. So keep coming back. I'm sure I'll talk more about the threat of the hurricanes as we get closer to the months of the year that typically are the worst, which is late August, September, and early October. You know, if my place does flood one day, I have decided, of course if I don't move, that at that point I will become a minimalist to the maximum degree. Okay, that sounded silly. A minimalist to the largest degree that I can, and I will relish in the fact that I've become a minimalist, and I'll probably maybe get a small apartment with nothing but a bed and a few things while I take that 9 to 12 months to rebuild the condo that I have. But that will be for another day if that happens. I just like to ramble about it to help you sleep. I know. That perhaps some of you could be struggling with money right now. I want you to know that it does get better. It gets better with making the right choices today, which influence tomorrow. It's truly not unlike what I'm going through right now, becoming my own personal best on a physical level, which is affecting also my mental health and my ability to relax, because the more you exercise, the more relaxed you become. I've traded corporate America for the commitment that I feel that I need to continue, which is having to be at the gym, swimming laps, lifting weights, listening to the music, being there in the afternoon when I know everybody else is working. Sometimes I look around the gym and I ask myself, do these people not work? Because there's people there that are younger than me. I will say the majority are probably early retirees like myself that know that that is the best time to go when nobody else is really there. I would never go at 5, 6, or 7 at night when all the people that work are there. Sometimes I feel sorry for them that they have to work. Of course, I worked for 34 years, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it. I know that I bought the time that I have right now. And you know, my thoughts today as I was sitting on this patio looking up at my palm tree, I started thinking about what I've been talking to you about on previous episodes, and things become so clear to me as I talk to you. It really helps me get my thoughts together about my own destiny as I move forward. Like, for example, 2025, you know, I'm using short-term reserves, cash from my money market. I'm not even touching my investments at all. I don't care if the market goes down, which, by the way, you know that it has gone down. I will say the high point of the S&P 500, I think, was around 6,100. And at the time that I'm recording this, it's still below that, so I don't know what it will be when I drop this episode. Just Google S&P 500 today is what I Google, and then it tells me where it's at. But yeah, if you're putting money into your investments right now and the market's down, that's a good thing for you. I'll use my CD that's maturing in July, it's 30,000, so I may use that for 2026. But remember, I have to figure out the healthcare thing, where I have to have enough income, either shown through like my YouTube income, selling shares off of my taxable account, interest income from my money market and my CDs all qualify, remember, as income. But there's no rush. I can just sit here and watch my palm tree while you sleep. One thing I've realized as an early retiree is that I feel so calm almost every day. I don't feel the sense of urgency like I felt at one time. That sense of urgency to perform when I would train classes for my clients. I don't feel any urgency whatsoever. In fact, a lot of times I'll have a to-do list and it has silly things on it like wash your comforter, or don't forget to make protein shakes, or silly things like that. Life is taking on an incredibly calming demeanor. And back to the financial thing for just a moment. Another very significant concept for me retiring early, and I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. And you guys can build your life the same, you know. Why not emulate what other people are doing if it resonates with you? But, you know, I retired at the end of my 58th year, and now I'm 59 in 2025. I will take early Social Security when I'm 62. That's just in a couple of years. So really I just have to get through 61 and, no, 60. Age 60 next year and age 61. You know, spending my short-term reserves and or investments. But the really cool thing about this is that at age 62, I should get about $25,000 of Social Security a year. And my expenses are only $25,000. So, Social Security income, what a lot of people like to call guaranteed income in retirement, covers 90 to 100% of my living expenses. That's going to be a game changer, where I will then be able to feel more comfortable going into my third or fourth year of retirement and being able to spend more money on experiences. To the tune of maybe $70,000 per year, because I'll have $25,000 of income, $45,000 I can take off my investments, like a 4% withdrawal. So anyway, that's what you should be thinking about as you're falling asleep right now. What you should be thinking about really, I think, is how in your lifetime you'll position yourself for the greatest financial success without an income. You need to continue on the journey that you're on towards this crazy thing called financial independence. You will one day get there. There was one black bird on the screen. Did y'all see that? It was on the lower left of your screen. It was a black bird, but not the one that I was telling you about earlier. So if you're drifting off to sleep, you may want to glance up at your screen occasionally and look for the black bird, the black bird, the black bird that will come into the screen. Just relax. Relax. And relax. So you can see the clouds are starting to roll in. Just relax. I don't know if you're asleep right now, but I hope you're enjoying the video. Be on the lookout. You might want to look at your screen in about 20 seconds or so. I don't want you to miss the blackbird. The blackbird. The blackbird. We just have about a couple minutes to go. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you all for being here, for spending time with me. For those of you that have not subscribed, I would encourage you to subscribe. Go ahead and hit the like button